Hi Libra, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. I'm sorry about last week, I've been really unwell, but I'm doing these cards from the weekend until the 26th of December, so they take in about 9 days. You've got loads of activity this week. The core of your reading is 2 pages, Page of Swords, crowning card, Page of Cups. So this could be news regarding a new emotional situation. That Page of Cups is quite often receiving, there could be, for some Librans, a new romance on offer with that Page of Cups. But there's definitely a lot of news and a lot of activity going on for Libra, basically. Your additional guidance card is No Place Like Home. So this could really represent for many the holidays. For others, No Place at Home means being genuine, being authentic, sort of returning to your, just being an authentic core person and coming from your heart and expressing yourself. Because the Page's energy are very expressive, it's also very fast moving energy. But I think many Librans, there's news coming your way, and for some this is regarding an emotional issue. And for some reason I'm thinking about your 2017 reading, and you got the 9 of Cups as your intention for the year. That sort of emotional new beginning. So yeah, so you start around the weekend, you're the energy of the Fool, so absolutely lovely. You feel free, you're not listening to fear, you're happily moving forward in your life and not carrying too much baggage, or not carrying, it's just this incredible lightness, the Fool, to it. You're feeling carefree, pretty much on top of the world, to tell you the truth, and you end the week in the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, lovely, basically. Now that feels paired with the 4 of Swords, so there might be a need for retreat, there might be a need to replenish your batteries, basically just to rest, to recuperate. But I'm getting a bit of both. I'm getting a bit of both, sorry. Because the Fool's generally quite, I find the Fool quite outwards in the world, quite sort of expressing themselves within the community. But I'm getting you also needing to be a bit quiet. And all the air signs have had the same thing, actually. But I really love how you're starting the reading with the Fool, this lightness of being. And I definitely found that in your 2017 reading. So we then move on to the 3 of Discs, which is about working with others. Sometimes this could be you focusing on your work, and you're being sort of elevated almost, sort of. So you could be getting promotion here, particularly because it's with the Emperor. But for others, this is just working with others. It's a community project. It's, you know, it's doing anything which is not, and you're not doing it on your own. But I think for some it's work related with that Emperor, because the Emperor is the ultimate manifester. It's a part of us that goes out into the world, who works on our career. When I see the Emperor coming up as an emotional card, I always go, oh, be careful, because you're quite standoffish. But paired with the 3 of Discs, I think most Librans are focusing on some work project, or just getting something moving in the external world, which is more business and more finance orientated, basically. But yeah, you just a lot of activity around you. These 2, particularly that Page of Cups, is really standing out to me. It's almost a lightness in your heart, basically, Libra. That's what I'm seeing. So we move on, and we move on to the King of Swords paired with the Seven of Wands. Now, for some of you, I think some Librans might be having to stand up for themselves with someone. It might be an air sign, but it's not always. When a Sword King comes up, I tend to think it's about sorting some issues out with someone and having to communicate yourself clearly, and maybe put some boundaries down, stand up for what you value. I never find the Seven of Wands a negative card. Some readers think it is. I don't. I think it's about being clear about who you are, what you want from a situation, and just being really straightforward in how you communicate with someone. But for some, this definitely could be an air sign person you're doing it with. There's no way around it. But because it's air, remember, and it's a king, it's a bit straightforward conversations, yeah? And he's got a crown. So crystal clear communication, basically. And it might be about you stating who you are, stating your boundaries with someone. I'm not sure, but it ends on a really good note, because whoever you're having to state your boundaries with, it leads to the next two cards, which are the Six of Swords paired with the Wheel of Fortune. So this is a brand new chapter, basically, these two cards together. And I think that there's some Librans who've got emotional issues this week. I am not getting bad issues, please don't worry, but for some this is a relationship issue where you're having to stick up for yourself a little bit. Be clear about what you want and what you need. And for those Librans who are, it's basically leading to a whole new beginning in this relationship. But for some where it's not quite as emotionally involved, it could just be having to be clear with people, and this clarity, and it's almost like you're learning to put boundaries down around people. It's not a negative card, the Seven of Wands, honestly. I love the Seven of Wands. It's a very, very empowering card, and it's leading to new chapters. And your 2017 reading was all about that. And it all starts now, and it's been starting all month. And just keep doing what you're doing, Libra. Yeah, but definitely for some, there is emotional, relational issues that need to be discussed, okay? Because you've got the Page and you've got the King of Swords and the Page of Cups. So, and it's returning to a genuine sense of your own self, Libra. To your own self, be true, basically. And that's what no place at home means, being genuine, being true to your own self. And it ends in such a good way with that wheel. So lovely, lovely reading, Libra. I'm going to hopefully post the January readings from the weekend. If not, it'll be Monday. Okay, I'll speak to you later. Bye.